hang on to your surfboards, because on this episode of Aimlessly Wandering, we're crossing the Pacific and heading to Maui, Hawaii. The 808 state was added to the United States in 1959, making it the last and most recent state to join the Union. Over the course of the next few episodes, we'll be exploring Lahaina, Maui, spending some time by the pool, surviving the road to Ohana, snorkeling, and more. So wait, are we in Hawaii right now?
It's not in Hawaii, thanks United.
Beautiful Rochester, New York. That's right, beautiful Rochester, New York. Now, you're probably wondering how we ended up here and why we're at a mall and not on a beach. Unfortunately, due to United Airlines' complete incompetence, we spent the first day of our vacation stuck in Rochester due to them canceling our original flight, which made us a day late for our family trip. But hey, at least we got to check out this really cool mall. We're in Rochester International Airport. We were supposed to fly out of Buffalo yesterday, and United Airlines screwed us royally. We're off to our first flight from Rochester to Chicago. Then we're connecting from Chicago to Denver, then Denver to Hawaii. Fingers crossed this goes well.
We're finally Hawaii bound.
I think it's happening.
It's happening, finally. Up United.
What? Our total travel time was just over 13 hours, 14 if you count the drive to Rochester. But by the time we touched down, we regained our excitement and were ready to head out and explore. We finally made it. We're in Maui. Our first stop was literally by the side of the highway, where there were some beautiful cliffs, waves, and even some shrimp.
Eating prawns.
Okay, well, besides my sister's weird obsession with eating prawns without cocktail sauce, the viewpoint was gorgeous, and it really was a great start to what would become an amazing trip.
So this is our first stop in Maui. It's a random side of the highway, and as you can see, there are waves behind us. So, Hawaii!
Little did I know that saying, "as you can see," would quickly become an inside joke for the first couple days of our trip. But besides getting razzed by my family and nearly almost dying getting to this spot, it finally felt real. We were actually in Hawaii.
As you can see, I am here in Hawaii.
Thanks for that, Matt. We couldn't already tell. After our first roadside stopover, it was time to check out our surroundings and hit up the resort and cool off in the pool.
As you can see, we're on a road in Hawaii.
Ladies and gentlemen, my sister pointing out the obvious. Now, the first thing we noticed as soon as we stepped out of the airport was just how humid it was. Thank goodness the resort had an amazing pool with an even more amazing view.
As you can see,
As you can see, we are in a pool right now.
We're gonna jump in because we're in Hawaii, and what else am I supposed to do? Oh yeah. 14 hours, 4,688 miles later, our trip to Maui finally felt real. And after checking out our first Hawaiian sunset, it was time to get some sleep and gear up for our first day in Maui. Aloha! It's our first morning in Maui, and I've been up since 3 o'clock because of the jet lag, but you know what? It's been well worth it. I just got iced coffee from a local place called Badass Coffee, which is conveniently located right next to our resort, and I'm on the beach drinking it, so no complaints. Not really sure what the adventures are going to be today, but we're kind of winging it, and we'll see what happens. But until then, coffee on the beach. The first stop that we're doing is the Boardwalk down in Maui. The cool thing about the Maui Boardwalk is that there are local artisans who sell their crafts right here on the boardwalk.
Aloha! Welcome to the islands, guys. My name's Sep Piper, and I specialize in big waves like Jaws and McKenna State Park.
How long have you been doing this for?
about 10 years. Come check it out over here. I have a picture of me on the jet ski. That's how I get the big wave shots. And my Instagram's Maui Nalu Photography.
Speaking of waves, and no, not the waves of Adrienne's hair, aren't we supposed to be checking out the beach? Ah yes, there we go. That's much better. If you're looking for a great spot to soak in the sun or to take an amazing sunset, Kaanapali Beach is certainly not to be missed, just like Adrienne's dance moves. After strolling in the sun, it was time to cool off with some cocktails at Duke's.
Cheers.
While sipping on cocktails might have helped bring down our temperature, I can't think of a better way than to beat the heat than to splash into a pool.
So the weirdest part about this vacation is that normally I'm an over planner. I plan out itineraries, I schedule everything right down to the last hour, but on this vacation, I actually haven't planned anything. So today, right now, in this moment, we're going swimming again. As you can see, we are at the pool right now, and I'm maybe drunk? Maybe?
Fortunately, I was only a little drunk at that point. But hey, I was on vacation, right? And besides, sometimes day drinking brings you some pretty good ideas.
They said that the water slide was for kids, but I'm a big kid. Here we go!
You're never too old to be a big kid. We're at a water slide at a resort, so Hessie's gonna take the camera.
Holy shit. I heard your holy shit.
What? What's that?
I heard your holy shit like halfway.
I thought I heard you.
Well, that pretty much wraps up our first day and a half of the trip, and we've still got 5 more days to go. On our next episode, we'll check out Lahaina and explore the road to Hana. If you want to be notified the next time we share an episode, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and alert button, because you never know where we might aimlessly wander off to next, or what fun moments you might miss. Like this one.
Because yes, and I'm...